Okay, today I want to talk about something that I see happen very, very often, which is the failure of progressive overload. What do I mean by this? I mean that basically you try to progressively to apply progressive overload. So every week you try to add either weight or reps. Okay? We usually call this progression in training, right? You try to do this, but at a certain point, your ability to do so plateaus. Okay? You are still programming this. Your program still says increase, but you are at your limit. Like you are already at a point of failure. You can't do anything more, and yet your program tells you to do more, but you're not improving. So how can you do more? So this is the classic failure of progressive overload. Now, I have a lot of experience with this, and there is a simple way to solve this. I used these methods to build on myself to grow 20 kilos of lean muscle over the last 12 years that I've been training, and I've seen it all in me, in people that I've coached. And this is a particular problem, okay, the failure of progressive overload, where you are trying to progressively overload but are stuck and are not making progress. The solution in this case is actually tricky because it's outside the box. So it's not about the change in progressive overload, it's about understanding what progressive overload actually is. Okay? So this is what people sometimes do in this situation. Okay? They say, okay, so I'm able to do progressive overload like 10 kilos. Next week I do 11 kilos. Next week I do 12 kilos. Then I can't do more. I can't do 13, so I do 12 again. Then I can't again, and so I do 12 again. And so what they try to do maybe is they reset and maybe start another month at 11, as if this solves the problem of progressive overload. Like you've gone backwards. Of course, you're thinking that maybe if you progress in waves, eventually you're gonna go up. But you're just putting your head in the sand. Okay, you're just trying to avoid the problem. So this is a much better solution. Basically, what the body sees is not progressive overload. Like with progressive overload, there's an assumption that your body has like a memory, okay? Like a memory that, okay, so if last time I did 10, this time I need 11. Or otherwise, why would I grow? Like I have already adapted to 10, next time I need 11. And so we assume that the body has this memory, but this is a fallacy. This is false. This is what actually sees, what your body actually sees. Your body, and this is very important, this is a huge misunderstanding that I had because it's so popular in the fitness space and how to like improve your physique in general. So what your body actually sees is not memory, it's not progressive overload, but it's a spectrum from easy to hard. And this is what your muscles perceive. Whenever you take a weight, whether it be 10 kilos, 12 kilos, or 100 kilos, your muscles either feel that weight to be easy, or weight number of reps, like the set in general, okay? Or even the whole workout. It either feels easy, hard, or anything in the middle, okay? It's a spectrum. This is the key. You build muscle only when you train on this side. Of course, you need a challenge, you need this overload, you need this challenge for your muscles in order to grow. Like this is the key to building your physique. This is the key to improving. You understand? This is one of the most important things to understand. It's not about progressive overload, it's about hard training. So if 10 kilos stays hard, or 12 kilos, for a whole month and you feel like you're not making progress, as long as you're training hard, aka close to failure, you're doing the right thing. You're just assuming, again, another dangerous assumption, that you can predict progress, that progress is going to be linear, or that maybe with some waves is going to be linear in the long run. You can't predict this. The only thing you have control over is your consistency in training and in training hard. Okay? Basically, this is what I like to say before we conclude this video on what to do on this dilemma of progressive overload, where you're trying progressive overload but can improve. The key to training that you must understand is that basically the person who trains the most in a year, okay, this is trains the most. The person who trains the most in a year grows the most muscle, improves the most. Okay? This is not linear. That's why I use the year as the time frame. That's why consistency is so important, and that's why my whole philosophy focuses on how to get consistent and tries to simplify all of the technical things, okay? And focusing on actually making training fun and consistent. So the person who trains the most in a year is the one that's gonna grow the most muscle. But in this year, often progress goes up, goes down, you have plateaus. But in the long run, you look back and you see yourself, oh, I didn't look at this a year ago. That's nice. That only happens not because of progressive overload, but because you did a year of hard training. Okay? So, in summary, if you are in a situation where you're trying to do progressive overload, okay, but you're stuck and you can't progress, I have a whole reframe for you. It was never about progressive overload. It was always about hard training. Progressive overload occurs naturally because when you're training hard, you improve. And of course, training that before was hard now becomes easier because you're stronger, you're bigger. And so to keep it hard, you increase the reps and weight. And you think, and that's progressive overload, but that's backwards, okay? You don't do progressive overload in order to get big. Progressive overload happens when you get big from training hard. So instead of focusing on making training harder over time, just focus on making training hard. And I would also suggest focus on making it fun, which is what a lot of this channel is about, because in the long run, that's what matters. That's the key to consistency. So, final note, I'm soon gonna start making personalized videos, a personalized video, not videos. For every member in my school community, you can find the link in the description. I'm gonna analyze your specific situation and make a personalized video made by me for your case, solving what exactly for your situation is limiting your progress, limiting your ability to grow muscle. Now, I've been doing this for 12 years. You can see I know what this takes. I've been doing this over and over. I've been training since like 2015 and I'm still making progress every year. So I'm pretty confident that I can help you in your situation. But this is going to be for a limited time only because it's personalized, and so I can't do this once the group gets really big, okay? So if you're interested, I'm going to start doing those video reviews soon. And this can really unlock your progress. So I'll see you in the next one.